Hey, church family, man, I'm so glad that you've chosen to join us today. Kick off your week with a daily devotional. This week we are talking about our commitment to Christ. So last week looked at Christ's commitment to us, and now all that He has done for us can drive us to be committed to Him. And so we're going to look at a passage today where Christ lays out exactly what that commitment should be, how much He expects of us. And this is what He told His followers. This is what He told His disciples. This is the standard that He had for them. And so we see that in Luke 9, verse 23, where it says, "Then He said to them all, if anyone wants to follow after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me." Man, to deny himself. If you want to follow me, you have to deny yourself. That's what He told his fishermen, his tax collectors, or no matter what anyone else was doing, no matter what his followers were doing. He said, hey, if you want to follow after me, you have to give up your own self. Now, I think it's important for us to really kind of talk about what that means. Does it mean that Christ wants us to give up everything that we've ever wanted in order to follow Him? Does that mean that we have to give up everything that we've ever desired? No, I mean, He's not saying give up your dreams. He's not saying give up things that you enjoy. He's kind of talking about giving up a couple different things. The first thing He's wanting us to give up is He's wanting to give up anything that stands between us and Him. Anything that's worldly, anything that is not of Christ, anything that would not bring glory to God. Hey, we need to give that up. And then a second thing He's telling us that we need to give up is anything that would come between Him. Maybe it's not bad, but it could become our God, or it has become our God. Anything that would become an idol, He says, hey, I want you to give that up. Give those things up. And he kind of puts in that phrase that you take up your cross daily and follow me. And what He's talking about is dying to yourself daily. He's not talking about a physical death, but He's talking about every single day, that this is not going to be a one and done kind of thing. This isn't going to be something where you just say one time, I'm going to give these things up and move forward. No, it's going to take discipline every day, waking up and intentionally being sure that everything that you do is for the glory of God, that anything that comes between you and Christ, you're going to be willing to push it aside because you don't want anything between you and Christ. It's a lifestyle that Christ is asking for. He's asking for us to give up the previous lifestyle, the old lifestyle, and gain a new lifestyle. And that's what it looks like to be a true follower of Christ. And here's what's so cool about it. As we begin to deny ourselves those things that come between us and Christ, that maybe become idols or are sinful or whatever it may be, as we begin to deny those things, as we continually, every single day, die to self and kick the flesh out and invite the Spirit in, the things that we desire will change. Our desires will become Christ's desires. We'll begin to fall in line with exactly what Christ wants us to do. And then denying ourselves becomes just being ourselves because we are being transformed to look more like Him. So this is the expectation that Christ has for us. This is what He wants us to do. He wants eventually our desires to be in line with God's desires, that our ways must decrease and His ways must increase. So our author gives us a couple of questions that we can look at here. The first one is, what does it mean to deny ourselves? What is He talking about when Jesus says to deny yourself? And we kind of already talked about that. But then the second question, what has God asked you to give up to follow Him? And I hope that you'll really hone in on that question. What is it in your life right now that's coming between, or could potentially come between you and God? Maybe it's some sort of sinful action or desire or thought process. Maybe it's something that's not necessarily sinful, but it's something that's become a God in your life. What is it that is in between you and God that you need to deny in order to follow Him? Church family, I hope you'll take a moment to really work through those questions, to think through those, especially that second question, looking at what you need to give up. And as you do that, I want you to know that we love you and we're praying for you.